Nigeria has a lot of talent, footballing wise. Don't let anybody lie to you. Despite everything that we are going through, we still have a lot of valuable players that play for Nigeria. But who are these players and where can we find them? Well, this is Money Talks brought to you by Lives Comments. I am Anishilowo, Jimmy Anishilowo. And as usual, I have with us our analyst, Ayoola,
Hi,
who
Jimmy.
as usual does not bring anything from me. This is Money Talks. You should be spraying money anytime you want to
I
start.
bring good luck all the time. If you know how to use your luck, you can get a lot of money. I won't say anything, but
I don't
but you know.
I still do not understand. I wish you would speak.
You guys understand what I mean, right? Cool. So
Let me just continue playing the fool. So, Ayoola, can you give us a rundown of the most valuable Nigerian players going into this transfer window?
well, as you know, the market values are updated about monthly by Transfermarkt, and thanks to them, we know just which Nigerian players are the most valuable. And at number five, of course, we have, in fact, at number five and number four, we have two Fulham players. At number five is Calvin Bassey, the fullback or centre back, who is worth 25 million euros currently. And at number four, we have Alexi Wobi, another Fulham star midfielder, probably one of their best midfielders, and he's worth 28 million euros.
I think he's their best.
Yeah, he should be their best. And number three, we have Victor Boniface, although he's lost some value. He used to be valued around 55 million euros previously, but injuries, lack of game time, struggles at the end of the 2024-25 season mean that he has now dropped to 40 million euros, but that's still good enough to be the third most valuable Nigerian player on the market currently. And you also have at number two, Ademola Lookman.
We know who those
Yes, definitely. The reigning CAF Player of the Year, who is worth 60 million euros currently or going into the transfer window. And number one, still, he's been number one for quite a while, although he's recently been dropping in value. The last time we talked about Victor Osimhen, yes, number one, he was valued at around 75 million euros, but that has now dropped to 70 million euros, even though technically his release clause is above that now. So it will be interesting to see if clubs will be willing to spring that extra 5 million.
Yeah. So now going into this transfer window, do you think it's going to be an exciting one for Nigerian football stars?
I don't think so, because when you look at the list, two of the five are, or at least two of the five, I think it's three, but at least two of the five in Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman are actively chasing moves to leave Napoli and Atalanta respectively. And if not one, then both of them are going to get moves to bigger clubs. We also have Victor Boniface, who Leverkusen have said they are interested in selling, but they will only sell for the right offer. So we know that since he's valued around 40 million euros, he's going to most likely go for a little more than that, or exactly that, which would make him among the Nigerian players with the highest transfer fee paid for them in history.
All right, now, so speaking of Victor Osimhen, because again, he had these links to Al Hilal in the Saudi Pro League, which he eventually turned down because he still wants to play in Europe and all that. So, do you think, how would this have affected his valuation if he had, taken the offer and gone to the Saudi League?
Well, considering the fact that the league where you play in is one of the factors being considered when talking about transfer value, then it does mean that his valuation would have dropped. But I don't think it would have mattered too much to him because, like I said, like I said, his release clause value at Napoli is 75 million euros. So he would have already gone for that. So it wouldn't have really mattered much. And he would also have collected a very healthy salary, rumored to be between 35 and 40 million euros per season. That would have made him one of the highest paid players.
People's really, that's their valuation.
Yeah, that's some people's valuation as salary.
Wow,
so it wouldn't have affected, or rather, it would have affected him negatively in that the Saudi Pro League is not a big league in that sense. It's not the Premier League. It's not the La Liga. It's not the Ligue 1 or anything like that. So moving to a less recognized league would have reduced its transfer valuation further, because now we've seen, even just by moving to Galatasaray, he used to be valued around 100 million euros, but moving out of the top five leagues in Europe, moving from Serie A to the Turkish league, he lost value almost on a monthly basis until now. We're here ahead of the summer transfer window, and he's now valued at 70 million euros.
EPL teams are looking for strikers. We know most of them need a top striker, but why are they not going for him? That has been the main
Well,
question.
the shortest or the best answer is that he's too expensive for them. Not in the fact that he doesn't deserve to be expensive, because like I've just said, or like you just said as well, he's one of the most valuable Nigerian players. He's the most valuable Nigerian player in markets. He's one of the most valuable in the world at 70 million euros. But when you look at these clubs, most of them are not willing to spring for that kind of amount. We look at Chelsea and they just signed Liam Delap for a much lower fee. They're going to be paying him a much lower salary than Osimhen would command in the first place. I mean, we do have
But Dilap can give them what
yeah,
Osimhen.
the thing is, most clubs, they're not looking for a marquee player. They're just looking for a player who will do a decent job, a 15, 20 goal striker that would get them to where they need to be. Nobody's looking for, not nobody, but like people don't want to spring for someone who they believe can get them 35 goals a season or 40 goals a season like Osimhen would. They would rather get a player who they know they can get 20 goals a season. That's fine for a team that is trying to build. They will get goals from elsewhere. They will get goals from like Cole Palmer, for example, can also pitch in with goals. So they might not want to spend all that money on one position when they also have other areas of the squad to fill. Because you look at Manchester United, they don't just want to sign a centre forward, they want to sign probably a left back or a right back.
They need to sign
midfielder.
a new 11, actually.
A new 11, exactly. So they're not going to bring out 15 or 20 million euros per season as salary for one position when they know that they need to spread that around for a lot of positions. So it's not that he's not worth what he's asking for. It's just that teams are not willing to pay for that at the moment.
I believe we've gotten a little bit more insight on the debate around Victor Osimhen and why it looks like teams are not willing to go for him. And we've also gotten an education on the top 5 most valuable Nigerian players. What do you think about this, guys? Do you think that these teams are making a mistake, or should they take that leap of faith on Osimhen that because he is worth it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. I am Jimmy Anishilowo, and this is Money Talks, brought to you by Life's Comments.